guys. Thank you all for having me here. My name is Josh Greeley. I'm a voice actor for Funimation Entertainment and ADV Films, Sentai Filmworks, Okatron 5000, and Cup of Tea Productions. I'm also a writer for Funimation Entertainment and for Sentai Filmworks, and some of my more current roles include Armin in Attack on Titan. I'll just name some shows. Attack on Titan, Kenichi the Mice Disciple, Baka and Test, Princess Jellyfish, Future Diary, Italia, Fairy Tale, just a whole lot. And also recently I was Luger in Tales of Zillia 2. That was just released a couple weeks ago.
Nice.
Who are all of you? Oh, we have more time. Awesome.
Yeah, you're not alone. We're just like Amber.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Amber. Cass. Cass, nice to meet you, Amber. Josh.
So hi everyone, I'm Amber Goldfarb. I'm here mainly to represent my work in the Assassin's Creed series. I first played Christina Vespucci in Assassin's Creed 2 in Brotherhood, and then went on to play Aveline de Grandpré, the first female protagonist in the series, in Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation and in Black Flag and the DLC bonus missions. I also have a recurring role on the sci-fi series Helix, which is currently shooting their second season. And I've appeared on a bunch of different sci-fi shows, Being Human, Lost Girl, and a few other Canadian shows. I'm Canadian, so I've been on a few other Canadian shows that probably don't air here. So yeah, pass it on to Cass.
I'm Cass Anvar, mainly here for the Assassin's Creed family reunion that's going on. I play Altair Ibn Lahad from Assassin's Creed Revelations, as well I'm in Halo 4, Call of Duty, Black Ops 2, Command and Conquer, End of Nations, and played in Lost, Phantom, Source Code, Timeline, Neverland, Argo. Recently am shooting a new sci-fi series called Olympus, which hasn't aired yet, which will be kind of the new big event for sci-fi series starting in 2015. And having a blast with the Assassin's Creed game.
Okay, so we're going to open this up to general questions if you think that it's something that the rest of the group can find value in. First, sorry, I'm backing up. Sorry. We're going to go down the line, introduce yourselves and your press outlets. If you're part of a large group, everybody will introduce themselves, just first name, whatever. We'll start with the end here. Right in front.
I'm Jacqueline Downer, and I'm with
And I'm Matthew, and I'm the lead video producer at Borderline PG, which is the YouTube channel.
Awesome.
Ken James, photographer and journalist for Sacramento Talent Magazine.
I'm with him.
Okay.
I'm Corey from nerdreactor.com.
Elizabeth, photographer with nerdreactor.com.
Koi from Nico Shiratori, photographer and journalist.
My name is Steven. I'm a writer at Nico Shiratori.
My name is Danny Nguyen. I am an assistant for Nico Shiratori.
I am Erin, and I'm a photographer for The Tempest.
Steve, photographer and journalist for The Tempest.
I'm Katie, and I help with audio on the Text podcast, making these videos.
I'm Terry, and I'm the co-host of the Dan Sucks podcast.
Mike from morphlife.com.
Okay, in the back.
Okay. It's TJ and Michelle from the Bruce Up podcast.
Okay, in the front.
I'm Robbie. I'm with California Conventions Blog and Geek HQ. Working double duty for no pay, yay.
Nice.
And then
I am Dan of the Dan Sucks podcast.
also one of the moderators you may have met earlier.
Yes.
Okay, so general questions. Hands up, please. Any general questions?
Alright.
Go ahead.
Alright, I guess I'll begin. So, I know that a lot of you take parts in series that have really big fan bases, like Attack on Titan getting really big, not to mention how huge Italia was, and Assassin's Creed. Every time a new game comes out, there's just cosplayers up the wazoo. What, I'm allowed to say wazoo here, aren't I?
Yeah, of course.
I'm offended.
Yes. I'm offended that you're offended. Anyways, so back to the question at hand. So, what, I guess, how does the fan bases, both existing and coming on with the releases from the things that you're in, how does that affect, I guess, your performance and the way that you think of the series that you're in?
I, for one, I'm a huge fan of the gamer populations at the cons that we go to. There was a question that came up in one of the panels, which I was saying specifically the Assassin's Creed fan base is a really unique entity. Most of the gaming community as a whole are extremely passionate and loyal, and see, there's one right now. It has to get in.
Hey!
Come on in.
Come in.
Come in.
You're tardy.
Welcome.
3 laps.
All right.
Push-ups.
You get to introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Danielle McRae. I do anime video game voice acting. In anime, I'm Sword Art Online. It's traditional characters. I'm in an anime called Gargantia on the Verdos Planet. I play Andaria. For video games, I'm Karma in League of Legends, Penguin in Skullgirls, Hagar in World of Warcraft, and Earth Defense Force 2025, and many others.
Area in the Taliesha.
At Talierskan Logi, yeah, Threya Hazelground.
All right. So the question before the panel right now is, how does your fandom, that now if you're attending these shows and getting a chance to meet your fans in person, how does that affect your subsequent performances? And Cass, with you.
I was basically saying that the Assassin's Creed fan base is actually pretty unique in the gaming world in the sense that they're extremely detail-oriented and meticulous and story-oriented, and they love the layers. They challenge, I don't know if it's the same with you, but they challenge us when they come up and talk to us. They, like, if we don't know the details of the stories, if we don't know the mythology of the Assassin's Creed world, which luckily I'm a gamer and I love it, so it's not a problem. But I feel sorry for those poor slobs that do voice acting and don't game, at least in the Assassin's Creed world, because it has forced me in prepping for other roles, in other things, just to really know the backstory and the background and use that to really kind of give the fans something a little bit more than what they might get if I didn't.
Yeah, you better know your shit if you're working on
Yeah, that or that.
Yeah. No, it's true. I feel the same way. I mean, I completely agree with you, Cass. I just think that you really have to pay attention to details when you're working on a game or a project that has such a huge fan base and a huge following from previous games, you know? So it's like, you want to make sure that you're being really accurate and that you're paying attention to details that maybe only a few people will notice, but for those few fans, you want to respect it, you know? I also feel really privileged to have kind of fallen into acting in video games and also in a lot of sci-fi shows, because what I've noticed from attending Comic-Cons and fan expos and various conventions is that they are the most loyal fans. You know, people will come and like have seen me in the most obscure thing. They'll like me from one project, and then they'll go and find other things that no one else has seen me in, and they'll dig it up, and I love that, you know. It's like such loyalty, yeah.
Gosh, me, I'm a gamer. I've been playing since I was 8 years old. So I think for me it really helps in this field to know what you're getting yourself into. There have been some instances where I've done games like Atelier, and I didn't know it was from like a pretty big series or a long series. And I didn't really know what to expect there, so it's really fun when the fans know some of the backstory of some of the characters and sometimes where they're going next. So.
I mean, I really can't say much more than what these guys have already said, but I mean, as a gamer, as a geek, anime fan, all these things, you know what you expect or what you would like to see out of a project or of something that you love, and so I think like we really, all of us try to put as much effort, or at least try to put what we think that we would want out of it into it, and we just kind of hope that it resonates with all the fans, and hope that they accept it. And again, yeah, you'll always get people that come up and ask you questions about backstory, or have you heard this, or have you heard this rumor, have you, what do you think about this pairing, or any of these, especially, do you ship this character with this character? All these, yeah. it's fun, and
I
it's
just learned about shipping.
Welcome to it. Welcome to it.
It's lasted for decades. Where does that come from?
It's relationshipping.
Yes.
Like
Also from
relationships.
fangirls.
You ship
Right.
these characters with this one. It's
Yeah.
a relationship. But yeah, it really is just that you hope that you can deliver what they're expecting, but you really just have just your own fandom and your own instincts to go on with that, and just hope everybody accepts it.
All right, last question of the general. Go ahead.
Sorry, Amber, this question's for you specifically. Going from being just a character in the game to being the lead in a game, I'm sure a lot more responsibilities and jobs go into that. What were some of the challenges or fun parts, I guess, in making that change?
Well, I had mentioned this in the panel we did yesterday. When I was working on the previous AC games, because I also did work on Revelations, and like I think starting I did AC2, Brotherhood, Revelations. I did work on AC3, and then booked my role in Liberation. So I had been wishing for a female protagonist in the series. I was like, I don't know, like, was it about time they have one? Like, when are they gonna do it? And when I got to audition for the role, I was like, oh my god, they're actually doing it, and I'm getting a chance, you know. So it was really a dream come true, and I just felt like I wanted to do justice to the role, and to the historical elements, and to really do my research, and I had a lot of fun. It was a tight-knit team. It was actually the Sofia studio of Ubisoft Bulgaria that was spearheading the project. And originally they were going to do my motion capture elements there. And they were just recording my voice, and they were going to have a mocap actor do it in Bulgaria. And I spoke to the director, and I was like, you know, I've done a lot of mocap, and I'd really like to do the body for my voice. And I was like, you're going to have a better performance. And he bought it. So they agreed to do it in Montreal. So I was just really grateful for the opportunity. And it was really fun because it was a really small team, and the writers would be in the recording studio. And I would tell them, like, you know, this line doesn't feel right, or this doesn't make sense, or no, that's not in line with my character. And it was really collaborative, and they respected that. You know, I wasn't like rewriting the script, but there was an element of collaboration and respect for the work. And yeah, it's so much fun. Cool.